Alrighty, how's everyone doing? I'm Mitch Martin. I'm going to keep looking left here because I have the list right next to me, so I just want to make sure I'm getting all the points that we're supposed to get for our intro, so pardon me for that. Personality. I do not struggle to speak. I think I struggle more to stop talking than anything. I'd say I'm a rather social person. I like to think of myself as a happy person as well. I feel like I have more good days than bad, so places I've lived. I have lived in Sioux Falls. I've called Sioux Falls home for the last 6 years. Before that, I came from Colorado, Strasburg, Colorado, which is on the eastern plains, so opposite of the mountains. When you picture Colorado, you picture pretty mountains, and in Strasburg, it's just flat and a lot of horses. So I hope you like farms. Family. My parents are split up. My mom is remarried. I am the oldest of 6, though. So when it comes to servanthood leadership, I've learned a lot about that over the years, believe it or not. Education, history, and goals. So I graduated from USF last May. Right away, jumped in the master's program and was supposed to graduate in May, but because of COVID, I play football, so I've kind of had to work to prolong that till next December. But I still am on the home stretch of this MBA program. As far as goals go professionally, I'd really like to get into medical sales. That's kind of what I'm looking at. I've got a little bit of a job lined up back home, so we'll see where that carries me. Professional passions. I haven't really worked in the professional field a ton, so I think it's kind of hard to have a passion. I would say communication is one of my passions, though. Like I said, I don't really struggle to stop talking ever. I feel like I can hold a conversation with strangers, and I do a pretty good job of making them feel comfortable, I think. So I think just creating relationships and networking is a passion of mine. I'm a super social person. I'm super outgoing. So I would say that's probably a passion I have. Like I said, I haven't been in the field yet, so that's a little bit of a tough one. Things I do for fun: play football at USF. I play quarterback. I love football. That's why I'm prolonging my MBA, is to make sure I can finish my career here. I love hanging out with friends. My trips back home to Colorado are few and far between with football and everything, but I do love going back and seeing my siblings. So my current understanding of servant leadership, it's actually super interesting. We use that word a lot in the quarterback room. As quarterbacks, we think of ourselves as leaders, and we got to kind of run the show and lead the offense. And I think oftentimes leadership gets looked at into this glorified role of, it's all sunshine and rainbows, and if you're the leader, like, you're the most popular and stuff, and that's not the case. To be a leader it's a risk. I used to go to a camp for football, and they used to always preach, accept the risk of leadership, and I think there is such a risk that comes in trying to be a leader and stepping into that leadership role. To me, servant leadership is doing the things that no one else wants to do. I'll give you an example of it, because I think that's a pretty generic response. So for us quarterbacks, every year when we're playing football, the rookies or the new redshirt freshmen have to carry the balls in every day. But they also have to go work out, so they have to hustle up, and then go get it. I think, even though I try and do this for our freshmen a lot, but even though I had to do that, even though that was my chore for a while, as a leader, I want to make life easy on them. I want to help them succeed. And so if that means getting them to their lift 5 minutes earlier because they don't have to carry the footballs to the locker room, then I think a servant leader should step in and do that. So that's my little definition of it was a little generic. So hopefully my explanation helped a little bit. And then let's see, questions that I would like to find out. I think in my opinion, servant leadership is not. I don't know if you can learn it. I feel like you have to have the heart for it. Servant leadership I think has a lot more compassion than anything. So I think you got to have a heart for it. And I don't know if that can be taught, but if it is teachable, then that would be my question: is how do you teach it, and how can you see and instill it in other people that are trying to help find success? Thanks, guys.